all year I kept saying, and I kept saying. Talking about Dak MVP, Dak this, Dak that, Dak and Jerry with a wiffle ball bat, like all this great stuff. He's going to blow it in the playoffs, right? At some point, when somebody shows you who they are, you have to believe them. And it's not all on Dak. What was Dan Quinn and the defense doing? They just slept-walked through that whole game. They made the Packers look like the greatest show on turf yesterday. So it wasn't just on Dak. Yeah, Dak was bad. Yeah, Dak had a pick six. He was 41-60 for 403, had 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, both huge interceptions. Obviously, the one that was returned for the touchdown. But good God, I'm looking at the Packers line. I mean, did the Cowboys even practice? Was Dan Quinn just out there interviewing for other jobs? Jordan Love goes 16 of 21, 272 yards, 3 tuds. Aaron Jones has 120 yards on 21 carries with 3 touchdowns. Romeo Doubs basically treated the Cowboys like Romeo did Juliet, if you know what I'm saying, with 151 yards and 6 catches and 3 different wide receivers. 2 wide receivers and a tight end ended up with a touchdown yesterday. So, look, we can talk about Dak. We do need to talk about Dak. He was bad. I don't know what the hell was up with him and CeeDee Lamb in the first half of yesterday's game, how you can play this long together and this deep into the season and somehow not be on the same page at the most important time. But the real question now becomes, Blaine, what do the Cowboys do with Dak, and what do they do with sitcom dad Mike McCarthy?
It's over. It's over.
It's got to be, right?
It's got look, phenomenal regular season, but you keep doing the same thing. And Cowboys fans want championships. All right. That's what they want. It's starting to feel to me like, I don't know, Jerry, maybe give a call to a Jim Harbaugh. All right. Maybe you get called to a Harbaugh to come in here, and maybe you draft JJ late in that first round. And maybe you go with Dak a couple more years, and then maybe you give the keys to JJ. Either you do that, you're going to have the 27th pick. I mean, what quarterback are you super excited about?
No, what do we got to do to trade with the Bears?
27, because only if you can trade up to that 10 to 16 to 17 range, that's where you're looking at Jaden Daniels and Michael Penix and Bo Nix on where they're going in the first round. So you either live with Dak, all right, who's going to take you out on a bunch of nice dates, right? And then you're going to come home one day and he's going to be dressed in a Batman costume with just the top on in your closet. All right? You got to get rid of them.
Did you say just the top of the Batman outfit on?
Yeah, just the mask.
Oh, just the mask.
It's 2 in the morning. Gerald, get out of my closet. That's what Dak Prescott is.
Oh, I have to say, talk about following Elvis, man. That's like following Elvis. This one shocked me. I'm not gonna lie, man. This one shocked me. Jake, I thought when you were saying Dak's gonna blow it in the playoffs, and I agreed with you all season, that meant the conference round, possibly the division round, depending how the Eagles and the 49ers shook out in the NFC. Not in the wild card against the Packers, who had to fight their way in with Jordan Love starting for the first year. Like the Cowboys were I didn't think it'd come down to Dak, right? Because that defense has been so elite. And we're giving up 48 points out here. I understand the 2 picks and the first one, a little bit questionable. The second one, just you're throwing the ball right to the guys. It's a pick 6. That one's on you. But man, that defense, like whatever the Packers wanted to do, the Packers did. Jordan Love put on an absolute clinic, and what helped him do that was the run game. The run game was opened up. Like, I don't know, this shocks me. When Mike McCarthy got hired in Dallas, I liked the hire because you have a Super Bowl winning coach who helped develop Aaron Rodgers. You're bringing him into Dallas, helped develop Dak, and it's worked in the regular season. But, man, this is a bad loss. This is one of those losses where it's like, can you really fire a guy after you go 12-5 and then you have a loss like this and it becomes a little more justifiable?
Yes. Well, it's and look, it's and I want to get to the chat and see what they think, but again, Dak is going to be the story. The quarterback will always be the story, and he didn't play very well. But the Packers, number one, it felt like they were playing with house money. Like they had nothing to lose. Like that old adage, they're too young to know they don't belong. Like you kind of got that vibe, but they're really not. Like if you look at kind of the makeup of this team, but yeah, watching Dallas's front seven just get smushed by the Packers. I mean, there were times where Aaron Jones wasn't getting touched for 6, 7, 8 yards consistently. It wasn't like, all right, guys, well, we were asleep this first half. We got to batten down the hatches. You gave up 7 in the first and the fourth, 20 in the second, 14 in the third, and it was whatever the Packers wanted. Guys were running wide open. Matt LaFleur was just like the girl from The Sound of Music on the top of the mountain, just dancing around, calling plays yesterday. Everything was working. It's like one of those days in basketball where you go out and you play and every shot's going in.
Yeah.
Like you're getting all the rolls.
I've never experienced it, but I heard it's fun.
Yeah,
It's happened to me like 3 different times in my life, in my 34 years. And it's like you shoot when you're like, no way that's going in. And then it somehow miraculously goes in. It banks in or hits the back of the iron and goes up and then comes back in like impossibly. So the defense was the most shocking part. But, you know, you sit here and understand it maybe if you're a Cowboys fan and you had won a Super Bowl recently or you had just a ton of success in the postseason. It's just one of those games that it snuck up on you in a wild card and you lost. But an organization that typically has had success in the postseason wouldn't let that team sneak up on them. Mm-hmm. That's the problem here. Dallas just, and I use this term all the time, but it's like the Joker and Batman, right? Like the regular season, they're just good, just going to work, going home, right? Being good to the kids and your wife and paying your bills. And all of a sudden the playoff starts and just lose their minds.
Here's a name that's been going around. What about Bill Belichick to Dallas? Is that a mistake? Is that a mistake, or would that be a good hire?
No. Does that feel right as head coach? No.
As a head coach, Blaine.
Here's what Blaine. Here's the question you got to ask though, and we talked about this. We led the show off with it on Friday. Like Bill, there's a lot of questions right now about Bill because Tom Brady won one without Bill Belichick, right? And Bill Belichick's just been an abject disaster since Tom Brady left, right? So everybody's like, well, it's really like Bill Belichick, one of the greatest ever, but kind of feels like a lot of it was Tom Brady. Deep down, I don't think he's done. I don't think he's ready to just, I just want to watch movies and like do Halloween stuff. Like, I don't think he's ready to do that. I think if he goes to imagine, what's the best clapback for Bill Belichick against Tom Brady? Because doesn't it just feel like them two deep down, they're just still competing against each other? Like, it's about them two. It's really about nobody else. Like, it's not about the NFL. So, like, imagine if Bill Belichick were to take the Cowboys back to prominence and win a Super Bowl. Now, all of a sudden, it was Tom Brady, Bill. Like, yeah, you had a couple good defenses. Y'all messed around and played man at the right time a couple times. Like, the Seahawks, threw the ball instead of giving it to Marshawn Lynch. I think that's got to go into the ego at least a little bit, right?
There's no way Jerry and Bill are going to work out.
Do they even like each other?
There's no way that'll ever. You can't have those two guys in the same room for more than 45 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, like next Croatia attacks somebody. Like you can't. Like there's no way. I don't think Jerry will put up with it. Bill sure as hell don't want to put up with Jerry.
No, and if you take this game, because that's the thing is he's had general manager control.
Yeah,
here Jerry drafts the players but take this game out of it. Bill Belichick's strength is the defensive side of the football. Dallas has been elite on defense with Dan Quinn as the DC, so I guess maybe that's part of it too. With Dan Quinn, is Dan Quinn going to get a head coaching job after this situation? I don't know, but you certainly don't have any room to regress on the offensive side of the ball if you brought in Bill Belichick.
I just want to make sure, Blaine, that I heard you right. Did you say that Dak Prescott is the guy where you like it's cool all the time, and then you come home early from work one day and he's just got the Batman mask on, like in the living room, like pretending to fight bad guys?
You're cool with your roommate, man. Y'all go bowling a couple times. You actually go play some pickleball. Next thing you know, it's 2 a.m. and you wake up and he's naked with a Batman mask on in your closet.
Like only the mask.
Only the mask.
In your closet?
Yeah, in your closet. Only the mask.
Oh, no.
Hey, YouTube, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Check us out. Roll through our videos. We drop content all the time. Turn that notification bell on as well so you can be updated when we do release it.